After a recess? That takes care of that. Okay, claims. I only 202300327 through 202300341. Claims 202300360 through 202300436. And then payroll claims 202300314 through 202300326, and also 202300342 through 202300359. General fund $27,999.12. Highway $15,491.72. Audit only $3,724.98. Woods Mills Water $1,912.01. Morrisonville Water $24,776.49. And Macy Lane Water $903.24. So can I get a motion to pay the claims?
Motion.
By Vern,
Second.
by Reg. Roll call.
Oh,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And that's fine, because I would like to vote yes, but I do have one voucher that I pulled for review. Can we put that off to the side?
Okay, so I just need the voucher number.
202300431.
You're gonna have to go slower than that. Alright, so-
How about I show it to you?
Right, but the board's gonna wanna write it down. So it's gonna be voucher number, let's see where I wanna write this over here on the side. 202300431.
Get
Could I
that?
look at it, please?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'd like to review it before we...
Okay, understand you.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Is there, you wanna see that one?
So can you make that exception?
Mike, if they all agree that they want to make that exception, so it'll be all the claims with the exception of blah, blah, blah,
If
right?
they're all in agreement, yeah.
If they're all in agreement.
And you want just a further review of that bill and explanation?
Yes. Explanation.
So should we get a new motion in a second for that? Motion.
I'm sorry, I probably should have brought this up ahead of time, because I knew about it.
Okay.
Can you show it to Mike?
It'd be cleaner for you in your motion to
So,
just say,
so I guess
pay the claims with the exception of,
that voucher number.
yeah.
So, I guess, being that I'm asking for it, I would guess, we'll go, can I get a motion to pay the claims with the exception of 202300431 upon, until further review?
Yes.
Now, somebody wanna make a motion to go forward with that?
Need a second,
I'll make that
right?
motion.
Alright,
Glad
so
you made the motion.
that is.
Well, no, we gotta have a new motion and a new second,
new one, that's all.
right? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were doing it as a new motion.
Yeah, that's why I just
So
read it that way.
I disregard the other motion, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So who did the motion?
Wait a
Aye.
minute. Do they have to rescind their motion? Because we did have a motion and a second.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Alright, so that was, Vern
Sorry.
and
Yeah,
Reg,
that's
so you have to rescind it, cause you did it.
All right, I'll make the motion that we rescind the motion that was made for all of the complete claims, and one will now be under review, which is 2023-00431.
Second. Second.
Which was the second one. Good. All in favor? Or do you wanna do a, or do you wanna do a roll call on that?
We could do the real roll call, that's what we usually
roll
do.
call.
Okay, roll call.
So
Just
the-
a,
Just on the rescind.
just a quick discussion, when do you plan on doing the review, at a work session or?
Well, no, actually, we're gonna contact that company and ask them
Oh,
when the
okay,
earliest they could do it.
okay, that's,
They won't, unfortunately, won't be able to get paid until our April.
understand, yep, fine.
Okay. So, I guess.
You guys definitely agree with me.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the roll call on the.
Let me just
rescind?
write, so Mr. Bruno's rescinding the motion that was made to approve all claims, and the new motion for all claims with the exception of that number, right?
Right.
And then you seconded it
Yes.
for review. Okay. Okay, Mr. Hamel,
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Facto,
Yes.
Mr. Randall.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right, that brings us to public forum. That's a rarity.
Well, I got here late, so I'm willing to go last. Anybody else?
He answered mine already.
Oh, okay. I have a few questions and comments. So just a comment, this Thursday is actually the 4-year anniversary of the Albany site getting attacked by ransomware. So the mayor of Albany came to the office and their webpage and records were all encrypted and they were under a cyberware attack. And today when I opened up the webpage, it still says not secure up in the address. So that's something you might want to consider. I do have some more webpage questions, but it made me think about general procedures, like when you're hiring a new contractor for goods or services for anything, is there a procedure in place? Like if you already know the contractor and you've been working with them for 10 or 20 years and you renew a contract, you know what you're getting, but when you get a new contractor, is there any procedure in place to see if that company has liability insurance, if they have a rating with the Better Business Bureau, things like that? And if there isn't a procedure like that in place, do you think it would be beneficial to have something like that, like a checklist?
It would depend on what you're talking about for a contract. I mean, some of the stuff is like simple contracts.
Right, but for some of the things you're taking on goods
Do
and
we ask
services.
that for like our paper company that gives us, we buy paper supplies for and things of that nature, even though we have a contract with them? No. If it was on, a water project, yeah, absolutely, we would, those are all terms and agreements that.
Okay, so you do check on things like if the company's actually licensed and has liability insurance?
what?
You did actually check on our webpage designer to see if they're licensed and have liability insurance? Because it sounded today like he was making decisions about legalities of forms to post or not. In other words, it sounded like he was making decisions for the board whether to post a particular form, whether he thought it was legal to do so or not. So have you checked on whether they have liability insurance, whether they are licensed with the state, like I brought up months and months ago?
I think that's exactly the opposite of what he
What
said. He
happened?
didn't want to make decisions about legality.
Yeah, I was thinking that he should just give it, whatever is given to him to post, they should post. In other words,
No.
that's something that,
No,
No.
that isn't at all what he meant.
Or what he said.
No.
No, what I said was, I'm agreeing with you then that, if you say, here, please post this, it should get posted. Like, you should have done the due diligence already, assuming that a form is legal. It should have all been cleared already. So he shouldn't be holding up something saying, oh, I didn't know whether I should post it or not. I'm just saying that, given the givens, have you checked to see if he has, my question is, have you checked to see if his company is licensed with the state and does it have liability insurance?
We haven't even decided whether or not, what company will be staying with, because you're talking about a company that's applied for two different things here. If you have specific questions like that, like I've told you in the past, I'd like you to write them down. I will try to do my best to get the information that I can to you. But off the cuff, if you're asking me stuff like that, I don't think it's fair to do that to this board, and I don't think it's fair to do that to an individual that was just there.
Oh, no, it's not off the cuff. I brought it up 6 months ago, and then I brought it up 2 months ago. Like, do they have a license with the state, and do they have liability insurance? But I'll put that in writing. Could we post the procedures for the board meetings on the website so that everybody can see how it works, like the rules that you were talking about? That would be something that I think would be beneficial to post on the website so the general public knows the rules of the meetings. Like when I came to my first meeting, I didn't know, when you're allowed to talk or anything like that. Having those procedures posted in public, I think would be beneficial. Is that something we can post on the
I
website?
don't think that the board would have an issue with that.
Okay.
It's something that we can discuss at a work session.
Yeah, that can't be done right away because we're gonna be discussing, changing the agenda in our next work session. So it's not gonna be something you can give them information on right now.
And you mentioned that there's 3 proposals from 3 different companies. I know the present company and Northeastern, what was the third company?
As far as what?
The 3 webpage companies that are going to submit bids or proposals, you said.
Right, and the councilmen are looking at those as well as I am right now.
I was just asking, what's the 3 names of the companies? I couldn't recall the name of the third company.
Well, I don't have that folder right in front of me either. I got the IT folder, but I don't have the website folder. So, it was North Shore, Northeastern, and they were really close. What was the other one? North. Send me an email. I'll get it for you.
Okay, then, you said,
What was it?
Sutla, S-U-T-L, Sutla.
I think that's what you
Was that what it
I
was?
believe so, Ken. I haven't got it right here with me.
Yeah, I don't either. That sounds about right.
so you said you currently have 3 proposals that you're looking over. Do all the board members have those proposals to look over?
They've got every proposal that I've got.
All the board members have that information. That's good. Good to know. Okay, appreciate that. And then, do those companies know, and this is more a general question about how bidding and things take place, I guess. Do those companies know what you would like to have in the webpage so that they could do a proposal based on your wants and needs or the town's wants and needs? In other words, do they know to say what they're proposing? In other words, if you're coming into that and trying to do the best job for you, have you given them the information they need? In other words, if it was me doing it, I would say I would want a robust web page that's secure, is compliant with ADA, and also be able to host securely the town records, the town email addresses, have them all be FOIL compliant, et cetera, et cetera. In other words, did you let them know your list of requirements so that they can make a proposal to address all of those?
They have standard proposals they send to us, yeah, so we'll work out all the details of what we expect them to do. But they're pretty standard as far as what, like you say, your ADA compliancy. What I would like you to do, so that we're not holding everybody up here for 50 questions that most of
That was my last
them
question.
is answered and you've asked several different times, okay? If you can write those down for me, Mike, I will try to get you the information,
Okay.
okay? Rather than you just keep going on and on to the question.
Send them to me, I'm the Freedom of Information person, and then we will get the answers.
Okay.
Unless you had something different on a different subject.
No, appreciate it. Just getting the word out there because the webpage is important and moving forward. I mean, no matter how much we try to resist moving forward, that technology is important. That technology is going to be driving everything in the years to come. We have to,
I don't think anybody's trying to resist getting anything done on either one of those 2 topics, whether it's IT or the website. we're just trying to work our way through. So,
All right, one last brief question then. What's the advantage of going with one person instead of a two-office company that has a dozen employees that said that has 100 municipal web pages?
Well, actually, I don't make that decision, and I don't know if there's any advantage to going with either one. I mean, I'm sure that anybody in this room can come up with pros and cons for either side of that issue. So I'm not gonna debate that with you here on the floor, but like I said, it will be a full board decision, whatever company we decide to eventually go with.
Yeah, I was just trying to see your point of view. I wasn't trying to debate. I was legitimately asking, like, what's the advantage of going with one person versus 12 people? You know, like one person could go to the hospital, one person could get hit by a car. You know, if you have 12 people in two offices and 100 municipal web pages under your belt, you kind of feel comfortable that you know you're going to get done what needs to get done. So I'm just asking, what is the advantage of going with one person? There must be some advantage because we're still doing it. This is 15 months later. This is 12 months. We were told it would get done in January. In January, we were told it would definitely be done by February. In February, he came in and said, I'm going to work on it all weekend. It's going to be up and running. It wasn't up and running. We're now 15
Okay,
months
so let me stop
into
you
it.
there before,
Yep.
because first of all, I need you to understand one thing. When you speak in here, if you're going to be speaking, right, you need to definitely identify whether that's your opinion, so that, because I'm trying to start something off here, okay? Before you go too far, all right? You have to, because you do serve on a board down here, okay? You're gonna have to say that these are your personal opinions, not the opinions that could be misconstrued as the town's opinions.
I'll start doing
Okay?
that.
And it's a very fine line, I'm just letting you know, that you're walking right now, where I will shut you down totally, okay? So, I can't no more than ask you very nicely, Mr. MD, to please address those specific questions to me. I will do everything in my power to get you the information you need until you feel you're satisfied. So, on the public record, I would just, again, warn you to be very specific if you're saying stuff like that they are personal opinions and not none that is connected with the town or this board.
Fair enough. For the record, all of that is my opinion as a citizen. It has nothing to do with being associated with the town.
All right, so please, like I said, do give me that list, because it's multiple.
Okay.
And we'll get you a copy of this, because I'm very fair for the most part, and there is a time limit that we even allow, because in the good faith interest of getting the meetings done on time,
Yep.
and for the poor public that's sitting here that are trying to get home, you know, we try to keep most of the stuff to a certain timeline.
Yep, that's why I said I was willing to go last, or anybody could leave.
Okay. So with that, let me ask for
Is there anybody else?
if there's anybody else. Anybody else that has anything else?
Sir, when is your next meeting?
That's a good question, Howard. I usually announce that, don't I?
Twenty-fifth.
25th, actually, 28th.
Yeah, but I gotta get the work sessions too.
Okay. Want me to do it?
Sure, go ahead, because I
Regular
just
meeting,
lost my last sheet of
4:25
paper.
at 6 PM. Work sessions if needed, 4:03, and he said he was gonna have one on Monday, 6 PM, 4:17 on Monday at 6 PM.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking that question. Anybody else?
I'm
Yeah.
looking for volunteers for April 29th. See me as you go out.
Okay.
Is that the cut cake?
Yeah,
No, that's to
That's the
clean
third.
historic markers. It's National Historic Marker Day. I forgot to
I'd
say.
cut cake.
I'll eat the cake.
Probably the cake on the 4th.
Motion to adjourn.
She'll give you
Motion
four
to
seconds.
adjourn, seconded by
Second it.
Sherm.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Who would you say?
Yeah, yeah.
like to buy your employees